Hey, welcome back to Two Stall Garage. Today we've got the Ford Fusion behind us again, and driving it down the road runs good, drives good, rides nice, but doesn't heat up like it should. So today we're going to put in a Ford Motorcraft thermostat in it. Let's get started on it. Got the garage door open tonight. It was supposed to snow about 6 to 10 inches starting tomorrow, but it's not going to happen anymore, I guess. It's supposed to be just rain, so that's kind of a nice relief. Got a lot of calves, not us personally, but a lot of farmers working with the cattle. We want them to be okay, so it's good. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the serpentine belt off. And we're going to start by taking the thingamabobby. What's that called? Okay, grab your serpentine belt tool. We're going to take off the serpentine belt first because we got to take power steering pump and we got to just kind of, whoa, don't lose your stuff. We got to move it around a little bit. I'm going to pull you in for a closer look. Sorry if I get in your way here just for a second or so. You know, I'm probably just going to have to jack it up and take off that inner fender splash guard so I can get this in. I think I'm gonna have to do it anyways to reroute the belt. So I could probably get it off with the serpentine belt tool, no problem, but we're gonna take the easier route. Down to one power bar left on this. I put it on the charger right after this. Uh-oh, it's just about dead. These caps are swollen. Give me one more here. There we go. Okay, we're going to take the inner flash off, splash guard. I actually think we're just going to get away with taking this right here off. It's right here, I can see it, so. Okay, so it's just going to be right up in here. I think I'm going to just take this whole thing off because I want to be able to see. So I'm just going to the other side, taking that clip off. Sometimes you can reuse these clips, take them off the gentle way, but sometimes they survive when you take them off the rough way too. Just depends. We got a bunch of them here on hand, so not to waste, but it's also kind of easier than taking your sweet little time and trying to ease them out with a screwdriver first, perhaps. As long as you got replacements. Let's see. Just gonna see if I can see back in behind here, and I can. So pull this out a little bit, sneak right into this. I can feel it first, maybe lose that deal. Should be able to just pull it out, I think. Not easy like I thought it was gonna be, but we got it out. All right, there we go. Silly thing. Now you can see right there's our tensioner pulley. And the rest up and under. Whatever you do, don't break your brake line right here. Not good if you do that. 13 mil, I think. Maybe. You can see it turning, hopefully. Try not to bust my knuckles on this. No breaking the brake line either. Come on. Just don't have a very good angle at this. Okay. Whew, there we go. Not as quiet as it could be, but it's okay. So we got the belt off. Let's go up top. Here's your power steering pump. We're not going to take the belt totally off, but gonna let it sit right in there like that. I think should be okay. This is gonna be what holds on your windshield washer fluid. Normally these are broken, this one's not, that's great. Gonna put the bolt right back inside. Now we're gonna end up taking off our reservoir right here. It's gonna be a 10 as well. This is just gonna give us a little more space here to move stuff around. The only reason I'm taking this off is because I've seen it removed before. So it looks like we've got 2 bolts. One's holding right here, one's right here. Okay, so these are gonna be 10s. And we got one more here I'm gonna crack loose. I don't know what happened to the good old days where your thermostat was just right on top. It's a bummer. And it doesn't come out all the way, not a big deal. It's breaking free from where it needs to. It's gonna be a little spot right there where it connects up. If you're still watching, let me know what you're working on. Message us and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. It's always kind of fun when a message pops up, seeing what everyone else is working on. You're not going to bother us. If we don't get back to you right away, we'll get back to you when we can. Here we go. Boy, it's hard to get your fingers in there. Okay, we're kind of loose. Let's see where that last bolt might be, huh? What do you guys think? Where is it? All right, I think I found it right down under here. And there it is. It's just, I think this is it. Just right underneath the pulley. All right, let's try to get under there. How do you do this, huh? So I think what we're gonna do is try to get an extension down in there. All right, we'll try to get a little 1/4 inch down in there. And I'm gonna move you guys so you can hopefully see what I'm doing. This has got drop me written all over it. That is just right down on the pulley. But I guess we gotta get it. Hopefully that's what we're looking for. Okay, we're on it. I feel like this is a very silly thing. Broke loose and now my hand's stuck. Good grief. My hand is like stuck between the pulley and the actual wrench itself. I don't know if you can hear the clicks, but it's moving now. Wowzers, you can see it loosening up right there. If you got small hands, you're gonna be okay. If you got big hands, take your time, because of obvious reasons. There we go. See if we can get that nut loose and the rest of the way by hand. Maybe shake it around a little bit. Get our other hand in there. Negative. Silly. Maybe I can just do the socket. You got the socket on there. All right, I'm gonna go for the little 10 wrench, ratcheting wrench. Ha ha! There it isn't. Wowzers. Nope. Wrench not gonna work. All right, standard 10 going in. Look at that. Can we even see it? Or, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I think it's coming out. No? Slowly, slowly coming out. Well, the one thing that I can say is this is not going to be fun to get back in. I don't even know. I don't want to imagine how that's going to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Look at this. It's out. Oh my goodness sakes. Oof, the handbrake, back brake. All right, so your top right bolt, your left top, and your bottom, they're all the same size. All right, here's our motor craft. That looks good. You probably can't see it. I'm gonna get you right down in there. Okay, so It's literally with that hose. It's got 2 connections in it. It's right behind that wire adapter where the clip is. So that's what you got to get to. We've got the, right here is the power steering pump just hanging out right below. We loosened up the windshield washer reservoir. And now I think we've just got 3 bolts, unfortunately. I was hoping it would be 2. There's 3. So let's see what we're looking at here. 1, 2. Thankfully, the 3rd one is just down on the front under this side. How's it got to get to that? You got to take off the hoses, of course, then you can move them out of the way and get to them. Keep saying I really need a good set of hose clamp pliers, which I don't have. We always seem to get the job done, but someday, I tell ya, actually gonna get a pair. Sorry if I'm shaking everybody around here. It's not my intention. I'm gonna have to just grab some pliers real quick that are made for this. All right, well, I got these pliers to work. Still got to pick up some hose clamp pliers that are proper. Got our little connector right here. We're gonna make sure we don't hit that. That'd be a no-no. Second hose clamp. I think we're gonna be able to get it with this, maybe. Yeah, looks like it. We're gonna try. Maybe we can get our pump to sit up a little bit. There we go. That might do the trick. Sorry if you guys can't see this. Might just cut it out, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's the bummer that I can't believe I don't have hose clamp pliers. I've just always been able to get by. Today is not looking good, but we got one so far. I almost gave in for the night with a stop at O'Reilly's in the morning, of course. O'Reilly. Do it! Do it now! Can you guys even see what's going on? Oh yeah, look at that. Come on, do it. Move back. Come on, come on. I'm gonna pinch my finger, aren't I? Most likely. All right, well, it's the next day. I decided that I had had enough of not having a nice hose clamp pliers, so I went to Napa this morning, just our local Napa. It's about 30 miles from us. And I grabbed the one, it's the only one they had on hand, Carlisle Tools 77-3870. 11/16 to 2.5 inch diameter. Just in case you're wondering how much this cost at the local Napa store, it was $66 and some change. It's gonna clamp down, it's gonna hold up. Surprisingly, I didn't just give up last night. I don't generally give up or stop, but when you don't have the right tools, it causes a bit of issues. So here's our old thermostat. This one, it's not too firm. Here's our new one, which is very firm. So we're gonna switch it out today. I didn't get to show you the process of taking it out, but just imagine me fighting to get the bottom right bolt out on the thermostat. It's gonna sit just like this. If I get closer here. And they're just little 8mm bolts. I think they're 8s again. But this one right here was kind of tough to get out. Not bad. I honestly don't even remember if I showed you getting that pump off. I think I did. But that was just a nightmare. So we're gonna try something a little different with some knuckles. Let's put our old part off to the side. We'll throw it in the garbage actually. Sayonara, let's get our new one on. Okay, I really don't have a great angle to do this for you guys, and I don't have the greatest lighting, unfortunately. We're gonna make this happen. So let's go ahead and clean off our surface down there. All right, this is like, I think we're gonna hit it up with some cleaner real quick here. See if I can get just this light down maybe. And I can, it's dirty on the outside. We're gonna wipe it off. Again, there's not a whole lot of space in here. I'm gonna clean this off. And then I am going to use some, I think it might be 3000 grit sandpaper. I don't know, it's very, very smooth. But we're just gonna run that along the outside. There's no old gasket on there. The mating surface looks pretty clean already. We're just gonna go around it here. Hopefully the thermostat won't be anything of an issue at all. Knock on wood if you can. Should be fine. One thing I didn't do that I should have done is I should have drained the coolant into a pan. I didn't have the hose clamps to clamp them off. The drain is just right over here on the driver's side of the radiator, I do believe. I'm actually just putting a little bit of coolant on that gasket so that way it can do what it needs to do without catching on anything. It shouldn't, but we're gonna go straight down in like this. And our pump is kind of in the way. And then I got the light down there, of course. Let's see. Oh, what can I do here? That doesn't work? Not really. Okay. Move this up. Work this in. Get our hose out of the way. I'm gonna make sure to put these little 8mm back in the right spot. I mean, they're the same, they're interchangeable technically, but I would like to just keep them going in right back into the same threads that they came from. If that makes sense for you. All right, so for this one here, we're gonna do the tape trick. I don't know if you're supposed to use electrical tape or a different tape, but basically just use something that's gonna be sticky. We don't want to lose this bolt down there. I don't feel like going fishing again. Now, should be okay. Much better. Trustworthy. All right. So I got a deep 8mm, got a 1/4" knuckle, got a 1/4" extension, got an adapter to a 3/8 extension, 3/8 ratchet. This is gonna work, and I'm just gonna slowly move it in there. Sorry for the bangs and against the hood prop here. Just barely snugging up. Moving over to the next side. This is much easier. I almost need a third hand to hold that power steering pump out of the way. I move it and then it falls right down. But we're on. We're having knuckle success here, so much easier. I should have pulled these tools out of the box last night. All right, as you can see, our new thermostat is installed. I'm gonna go ahead and get the hoses on. There's 2 of them. Of course, we got the power steering pump sitting right over it. I'm gonna need all my hands for this. So with that said, if you wanna keep watching from this angle, you can. Otherwise, you can speed forward until I've got them done. Either way is okay. Let's try out these new fancy hose clamp pliers. Okay, let's get this out of the way first off. All we really need to do is be able to grip onto these and hold it so it's not holding tight. Through all the messing I did last night to try to get this thing loosened up, I moved it out of place, and we don't want that. We want it to be right back where it was. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a thank you, Lord, for those, whoever invented those as well. Makes things a lot easier. Second hose is our smaller diameter hose. That's gonna be going on next. And amazing, it's on there. Third hand is engaged. Let's get this tube on the rest of the way. See, the good part about having this thing is you don't have to take the clamp off. You can just clip on it, move the hose, and call it done. That way you're not doing what I'm doing right now when you gotta slide it all the way back up and risk pinching your fingers or whatever. I wish we could test it to make sure it doesn't leak before we put everything back together, but if we gotta take the power steering pump off, it won't be too big a deal. We're just gonna have to tough it out if that's the case. I don't think it's gonna leak. Last couple things we gotta do is put our power steering pump on. Just mounts right up here with 3 8mm bolts, and then we put our serpentine belt on. Fill it up with fluid and let it bleed out for a little bit, and then we're good. We do have to remember to tighten up our reservoir. Why don't we just do that right now? Right down here we've got our big connector. This one mounts, or this one connects, I should say, right above the thermostat. Okay, we're on, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to turn this bad boy. We're gonna turn it by hand as much as we can. Good progress here. These things are just, seems like the threads go on for a long time. Whew. You can feel your back burning for me, thank you. Let's go ahead and put this back in place. You know, taking everything apart, if you're still with me, you know it was a chore. But I don't like when they make things out of plastic. We didn't crack it or anything, but looks like it had a pre-existing crack in it. Okay, so the belt's all on. Alternator looks good. It's over the power steering pump, etc. Underneath the crank. We look like we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in and start it up. No water in the system yet. All right, at this point in time, the system's got most of the air out of it. It warmed up to temp. Thermostat opened up like it should. Much better than before when it would just sit right above the sea, basically. And that's it. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down now. Got the garage door open so I don't carbon monoxide myself. I'm gonna put the splash guard on underneath, and then I'm gonna put the tire on, and then we'll wrap up the video. Splash shield's on. Fender splash guard is secured again. The bumper is all secured up. And belts are on. The belt is on. So we're gonna put the tire on, lower it down, and we'll let it run for a little bit outside while I watch it. And let it get all that air out of the system, the rest of it. Well, I think that's gonna do it for today. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Check us out on Instagram if you would. 2 Stall Garage LLC, and then on Facebook at 2 Stall Garage. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.